Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adam Show. My name is and would always be Adam Slofimilajide, and you are welcome. Especially, how are you guys doing today? Today being Saturday, the 7th of May, 2022, and it's also an Owambe weekend. I love Owambes, even though I hardly get to go, but hey, it's one of those things, Jerry. I am sort of a workaholic. Anyway, how is life in general? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are acing it. I hope you guys are giving your best to the world and you are soaring. All right. So, on today's episode, which is episode 136, we would be looking at easiest ways to master a skill, the easiest ways rather to master a skill. But before I go right into what I have for today, if this is your first time of being a part of the show, you're probably be wondering, what are we all about? What is this program about? What is this dude you're looking at talking about? All right, so we talk about business, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about freelancing and how to make your life better. Basically, that's what we do on the show. And if I have any information that can actually be of help to you, I would definitely bring it up on the show. So, on this show for today, we are looking at easiest ways to master a new skill. All right. So I know that, like, for a lot of us, being in the information technology age, whereby a skill you had yesterday will probably not be so relevant today, we're probably thinking that, like, okay, so what are the easiest ways? How can I easily fast track my learning process? Well, the good news is that, like, I'll give you guys some hints, but the not so good news is that, like, you still have to, like, be consistent at it. All right. So the first point I have on my list is you need to set a goal, because you cannot start something without really having an end in mind. When you have the end in mind, it helps you to navigate through the skill you're trying to learn. It helps you to navigate through life. Whatever it is that, like, has a goal, whatever it is that, like, you've written down and you've actually told yourself that, like, okay, this is what I want to achieve from this time to this time. And that's it. You set a goal, and while trying to set a goal, at usually I always talk about smart goals, right? If you've been in my past broadcasts, you would have heard me talk about smart goals, but I would take it again now. Smart goals is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Your goal has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound if you want to have a great goal. Okay. So set your goal, tell yourself that, like, okay, I would like to learn this software. And in trying to learn that software, what is going to be my approach to it? Okay. So you write it out. I would like to master, let's say, Adobe After Effects. I would like to master writing, how to become a better skilled writer. Whatever it is that, like, you want to learn, right? Tell yourself the outcome. I want to be very good at it. I want to be good at it based on the beginner's level or probably like the advanced level, depending on how far you are willing to go. Now, if what you need to learn does not really require so much of an expertise, right? Like if the skill you're trying to learn does not require you to be an expert, the overall guru, actually, then you really do not have to go far. That's why you need to set a goal. What does the industry I'm currently in need, right? Where do I need to stop? Once you know that, then you can easily move on to the next point, which is set milestones for yourself. These are like achieved, how am I going to put it? Like points whereby, like, you tell yourself, like, okay, once I've achieved this point, I move on to the next point, right? It's basically you breaking down your goal down, right? And then trying to, like, micro manage each phase, right? You tell yourself that, like, okay, from here to here, I need to learn from here to here, right? Once I've gotten to that point, that's a milestone. Then if I need to, then I then advance from that point to the next point, and then, like, once you've gotten to the next point, you tell yourself, like, okay, that's another milestone. You need to be able to, like, break everything down and then, like, know how your journey is going to go. That way, it helps you to be able to, like, move from one point to the other, because if you do not set your milestones, if you do not break it down and then, like, write it out how you would like to achieve it one after the other, you will just be everywhere. All right, now you set your goal, you break it down, and then, like, you have milestones that, like, you tell yourself that, like, you would be able to do what to achieve. Then afterwards you move on to create a schedule with fixed times. All right. Now, there has to be time whereby like you put energy into learning that new skill. All right. You need to have a fixed time. It could be daily, it could be twice, once in 2 days, it could be weekly, depending on how flexible your time is or how urgent that particular skill that you need to learn is. If it is something that like it's really, really crucial, it's better for you to like learn every single day. Maybe not on the weekends when you probably have something else to do, but if if it's really really important, then it's better for you to be able to like set a time every day for you to be able to learn. Now for someone like myself, there are two things I'm currently doing, right? One of it is trying to like get my diction better. I know that like a lot of you guys out there, I probably feel that like, hey, why are you trying to work on your voice? You're a voiceover artist. Why do you need to get better? The reason being that I want to be one of the best in the country. So every single time, every single day, I have a set time that I practice and I read words, I record myself, I hear myself out, and I'm like, okay, how can I actually get better than how I sounded yesterday? How can I improve on my skill every single day? So I have fixed time for that. The other thing that I also fixed time for is learning the French language. Now, I know that like the French language is something like I really do not, or I really did not like while growing up. But over time, I told myself that like, hey, I'm going to break this barrier. I'm going to learn this language, and I have been learning it every single day in the evening. I think I learn around 8 p.m. Between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. It's a fixed time, right? I learn for like 15 minutes to 20 minutes on Duolingo, and I'm actually catching up. I'm getting better at it. I've done about 200 days right now. I think I have to check my phone to actually know how many days I've actually spent so far. So have a fixed time where you learn every single time, right? And you do not, at no point in time should you say that like you do not want to do it. All right. You must show up every single day because consistency is key if you have to grow. Consistency is key. If you have to grow, then the next part, number 4 on the list, is start with the core skills. All right. Now, when you're trying to like learn a skill, okay, especially when you're trying to like use that skill to get more clients, to make more sales, right? There's going to be the core part of the skill, which is the primary part of that skill, and then there's going to be the secondary part of that skill. Now, what do I mean? Let's say, for instance, you're trying to become a better graphics designer, right? Now, the core skill that you need to focus on at that point in time would be how to use softwares like Adobe Illustrator, beg your pardon, how to use Photoshop, how to use Canva or any other software tool that like you actually need at that point in time. Now, the secondary skill could be that like, okay, how do I market myself to the audience? All right, because it is not enough for you to just learn a skill. You should also be able to learn how to market yourself. So that itself is a secondary skill. Beg your pardon, I was stuttering. It's a secondary skill. So focus on the core aspect of your skill, the one that like would actually, or the one that like would help you to become good, right? Before you now go to how to like get clients, how to make more sales, how to like do other things. All right. So focus on your focus, the core skills first. Now, number 5 on my list is learn from experts. All right. One of the best ways in which you can actually learn a new skill is to learn from experts. You can read their books, you can buy their books, you can watch their videos on YouTube. There are actually tons and tons and tons of materials out there. Whoa, okay, they've taken the light. The show must go on. Anyway, there are tons of materials out there, and you can actually use them to become better at your skill. Learn from experts out there. There are tons of materials you could actually use to become better at what you do. And before you know it, you are very, very good at it. Then number 6, which is kind of similar to number 5, is you need to find yourself a mentor. Now, the difference between you learning from experts is that like you can actually learn from them from afar, but if you have a mentor that actually is there for you, then it makes the whole journey to be easier because you can easily learn shortcuts from them. You can easily learn from their own mistakes that you would not have to make, right? They literally would take you by the arm and then lead you on the journey where you want to get to. All right. So that's number 6, find yourself a mentor. I've spoken about mentorship on different occasions on this show. So you could probably like watch one of my videos on mentoring, and get better at it, okay? Or get yourself a mentor. And the last but not least is shut out the noise. Now, one of the things that I realize is this, that while you're trying to learn a new skill, there would always be different distractions, different things that can actually take your attention away from what you are actually trying to learn, especially the social media. The social media has a way of distracting you. If there's a way you can put your phone on do not disturb when you need to learn these things, such that your attention will be fully concentrated on that particular thing. You know that, okay, at this point in time, this is the only thing I'm doing. I'm not doing any other thing. All right. So find a way to shut out the noise, because the lesser the noise is, the easier it is for you to actually be the easier it is for you to learn that skill and then be the best at that skill. All right, now this brings us to the end of today's show. I believe that we've been able to learn something tangible, even though electricity went off while I was live. All right, it's typical Nigeria. We're already used to the whole system. As I always say, if you loved this show, please do like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones, and also tell someone about the show. My name remains Adam Tulwafimilajide, and as I always say, be the best version God has created you to be. From me to you, see you next week. Have a lovely weekend.